But, we've been down this path before, and she's talking like, I did it. I fixed it. I turned the switch off. No, this is a daily battle, and you can say like all these things, how you're going to, sit with the discomfort. You will for a little bit, but it's going to get harder and you're not going to do it every day. And that's why when you're trying to lose a lot of weight, you have to do it every single day for years. And that's why surgery is helpful for people who get to this point and tried everything else, because the surgery helps you control your hunger hormones. It makes you fuller quicker. It changes your relationship with food. So she's saying this right now is, she found the cure to cancer and it's all good now. She figured it out. Let's see what she says 6 months from now. Good morning, beautiful people. It's Mama Goob. I'm here to react to parts of Amberlynn Reid's latest upload. Just as a side note, I've been having like the growing pains from YouTube. And it's not really YouTube, it's the better software. I tried to use something better to do these reactions, but it didn't work. Don't even. So I'm back to StreamYard, which I really don't care for, but fine. All right. Anyways, back to the problem at hand. I did listen to part of this yesterday, and she's going to talk about something I really want to comment on. I'm going to skip all the diamond painting stuff, which I'm glad she's doing something with her hands, but we don't really have time for that. So let's get this party started. And if you know where that's from, you're my friend.
Don't mind my frizzy hair, but I had a subscriber send me diamond painting and I've never done it.
Okay, I have frizzy hair too, so I can't give her any crap on that, but mine's because I live in Florida. Anyways, she talks about this for 3 minutes. I think you guys have heard it. Nobody cares, so I am going to fast forward through it.
Different tonight. And then I was like, oh, wait. So thank you. All right, you guys, we have a.
Oh, this is sped up to 1.5. And I am going to comment on the Amazon haul because I am just envious, honestly, because that's 5 bags of Amazon stuff, right? That's a lot of money.
Grocery haul.
All tax deductible, which we'll get into that later because I love tax. Well, actually hate tax, but I find it interesting what these YouTubers deduct and what they don't. Guaranteed, she deducts this whole grocery haul, which doesn't make it free. It just lessens the tax she has to pay on her income. I, as now a YouTuber, if I did a video showing my groceries, I wouldn't deduct it because that's like, we'll get into it later.
I decided to use Prime to deliver my food from Whole Foods. I like how it's in bags and not plastic.
So make sure to rip them.
I love that.
Don't reuse them.
Oh my God, and the meat is like bagged like this? Wait, this might be my like go-to. I might start doing this more often. This is shrimp and cocktail sauce. It's just like a little individual one that Feline and I are going to share. Wait, I love how this meat is bagged because I am weird about meat. If you know me, you know that. I got some ground turkey. This is 93% lean. We got some chicken wings because Feline, she knows what's up. And she does keep the skin on, which is fine. But eventually, we're going to need to figure out a skin removal.
I don't know if you could remove the skin from wings. It's like the main part of wings.
Situation. Just, to get into the swing of things, to start eating a little bit better. But changing habits slowly is the best idea. We also got some fresh young chicken. That's literally what it says. It's just some chicken breasts. Next bag.
Rip it up.
I got a huge thing of broccoli because
package.
We're constantly eating broccoli. So I feel like this could last us for quite a few meals. So we usually get fresh. I mean, this is fresh, just bagged. It's fine.
It's cut up. So I found anyways that you have to use it pretty quick when you get it cut up like that. So it lasts longer. If things come up, you can't make it when it's just straight up and you have to chop it yourself.
I got a big thing of bell peppers.
Package.
You could do stuffed bell peppers, which I've been wanting to try, or just like saute them.
Oh, bell peppers. If you're craving something crispy and cold, there is nothing like just chomping on some raw peppers. Oh my gosh, I actually really love it. And then, with a little bit of dressing or hummus or whatever, but even just plain, they're really good.
Got some carrot sticks because Feline wanted carrots and hummus, which sounds so good. So I got roasted garlic because we know we like that. But then I also got jalapeno hummus for us to try. We both are obsessed with jalapenos, so I'm excited to try that. Got some strawberries. Ooh, the bag almost fell.
Straw babies.
Got some grapes.
Yeah. How much did that cost her? It was like 12 grapes. You can't just get the bunch of grapes. Grapes are so expensive because they're out of season right now. How this woman who doesn't work wastes her money getting packaged in fruit.
And some more grapes, just like 2 packs. Third bag. So I got some steamed brown rice. This actually.
And this also gets me, it's not hard to make brown rice. Literally, you put some water in the pot, you boil the water, maybe put a little salt in it, put the rice in, cover it, make it simmer. Don't touch it for like 40 minutes, and you're done.
Goes in the freezer, keep frozen. Because if I plan on having carbs, I need to focus more on healthier carbs. So like whole grains, brown rice, whole wheat.
Oh, so I meant to say this. I don't want to poo-poo whole wheat at all. But if you're getting bread and the package, like you get the Nature's Own and it says whole wheat, you really have to read the ingredients because chances are it's like not really whole grains. Either whole grains is like on the fifth item, and there's also sugar and other yucky stuff. So you have to be very careful when you buy whole grain bread.
Fourth bag here. We have 2 things of
Packages.
romaine salad, just to make some salad. A thing of scallions, because we put scallions on like everything because it just adds such good flavor. A massive thing of pineapple.
Package. And then again, how much was that?
Oh my god, that looks so good. I'm about to eat some of that. And then a massive thing of watermelon. The fact that this is only $10 is shocking. It's
The fact that she spent $10 on cut watermelon just makes my heart break. She's so wasting money. So, number one, watermelon's also not in season. When you do, and it's probably yucky. Like, my best watermelons are usually purchased after July 4th or for July 4th. Those are like the best watermelons. So I bet you this has no taste for $10. Plus, if you get it in season and you get the whole melon, I think you can get like, I think it's like $4 or $5 for a humongous melon, and just chop it up, man. What else are you doing?
actually really big. I don't even know if you guys can tell, but this is massive.
Sorry for the background noise, guys. Oh, I gotta get stuff sorted.
Last bag, which is the 5th one. I got some of this calm magnesium stuff.
I have this. It's pretty good.
This like calms you at night if you need help sleeping, which is literally me.
But I take medicines to help sleeping because I don't play around.
Got some creamy peanut butter.
Oh, that's another thing. If you're looking to really be, healthy and natural, don't buy these peanut butters that are already like pre-mixed, even if it's from Whole Foods. Even if it says natural, you need to get the Smucker's brand that you have to stir. And I think that does say natural on the package, but if you look at the ingredients, it's like salt and peanuts. Even from Whole Foods, that probably has like a ton of sugar and maybe some seed oils. Who knows? Sorry, airplane going by.
Because we want peanut butter with apples. And in my opinion, and Flame's
How come she didn't get cut up apples? What's wrong with her?
opinion, Granny Smith apples are more like sour. So they taste better with peanut butter versus like regular red apples. So that is everything we got.
So I want to do 2 things here. First, I want to illustrate to you how much she spent on these groceries using the prices I found in my Amazon app. I know I don't live in the same state as her, but also I hear it tossed around a lot that she writes all these groceries off. So I just wanted to give you a picture of what this looks like. So if her full grocery shopping trip in this instance was $160, now imagine she had only a revenue from YouTube of $1,000, which may be what she got on this one video. So you can see by subtracting out this $160, which is, in other words, that's how you write off a business expense. You add it as an expense in your Schedule C in the United States, and it reduces your income. So if she were to reduce that, she'd have total taxable income of $839.73. But if she didn't decide to reduce her income by these expenses, her taxable income would still be the $1,000. Now, I just looked up the brackets for tax for 2023, and I don't remember them ever being this high, but that's okay. It's theoretically 32%. So she is at the top of the wages. The top bracket starts at 182,000. I mean, it's more complicated than that because you have to take the amounts from all the lower brackets. So just using like a rough number, 32%. So as you can see with the deduction, she owes the IRS $268.71 if she takes a deduction, and she owes the IRS $320 if she does not use this as a deduction. So you could view this as she saves by expensing these groceries $51.29. So in essence, those groceries cost her $108.98. Now, the interesting thing here is, again, I'm not a tax person, but I know enough to be dangerous. When you deduct a business expense, it should be both ordinary and necessary. So nothing will probably happen unless she's audited. So if she gets audited, she's going to be required to support to the IRS why this expense is ordinary and necessary for her business. So it gets a little complicated because, I mean, I don't know if I was her tax professional, if I could defend it, but who knows? But anyways, I just wanted to give you a brief overview of what people mean when they say she's writing this stuff off, because it affects her hardcore.
So I just made homemade stuffed bell peppers, which I have
You know, homemade them. You know, hat tip to Zachary Michael. Now, every time somebody says homemade, I'm like, oh, a homemade them?
never ever done before. And I will film a recipe
Okay.
eventually because I feel like
Love me a good
based on
stuffed
how it
pepper.
looks,
I just noticed paper plates with the plastic fork. She just went to Whole Foods. And, you know, like people who shop at Whole Foods generally care about the environment, and she has these beautiful dishes, and yet they're using paper and plastic. Oh my goodness.
and smells, I'm gonna love it. And if I do love it, I want to keep a few recipes in rotation just so it's easier for me. So I will film a recipe.
That looks good.
Yes, I will. But look how delish. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Y'all, it was so good. Feline loved it, and so do I. 10 out of 10. I will definitely film a recipe. Okay, I'm about to do a taste test of the jalapeno hummus. Feline already tried it. She said it's really good.
Hummus is pretty easy to make on your own too. I think it's just tahini and chickpeas, and you need a blender. Um, you know, I've made it before. It's not really that hard, but chickpeas are kind of expensive, so and canned chickpeas.
She had some already. I don't really care for how it smells. I don't think that hummus in general smells good, so. And I just got the carrot sticks here. Alrighty. I see a little like green.
You know, why didn't she just get baby carrots? Oh my gosh. Oh, those look gross.
Which messes with you because it makes you think that like, oh my god, this is hummus that has mold in it, but it's just like the jalapenos.
They ate most of that, by the way.
So. Mmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so funny when this is sped up.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
See? I did that this morning.
And she's double
Just
dipping,
2
but
tablespoons of hummus with some carrots, and then 2 tablespoons of peanut butter with some apples.
there's more than 2 tablespoons gone from that, honey.
I'm double dipping in the container.
That's okay.
That's it,
Just
man.
her and her
It's just me and
girlfriend.
her. Ooh, the perfect amount of spice.
Mm-hmm. I hit you at the end.
Oh, that's another thing I'd be curious. If by some miracle she gets the weight loss surgery, will she still be able to eat spicy foods? I can't. So my sister can, but she got the surgery too. But I can't eat spicy anymore.
Wait, this is bomb. Okay, you guys. So I finally got in the mail.
So I'm going to skip this because no one cares. And I want to hear her get into the discussion that I was talking about before. All right, let's start it here.
It is so relaxing. It has helped a lot with like choosing not to eat when
Yeah,
I really want to like just eat for the funsies of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just helped me a lot, and it's so calming and relaxing. So I don't know if anyone else is following the Idaho murders, the Brian Koberger.
I'm going to skip through this too.
Horrible.
So for years, I was really obsessed with the Chris Watts murder, where he, you know, killed his wife and his little girls and buried them in oil tanks. For years, I tried to figure out why he did it, And like I should have been reacting then because my husband was tired of hearing it. He's like, I don't want to hear about Chris Watts. So never did get to figure out why he did it. So if you want a nice rabbit hole and you have nothing else to do, Google Chris Watts.
So something I've been loving to do is making like a little mini charcuterie board that isn't really a charcuterie board.
Paper plate, but hey, whatevs. Look, that is a pretty healthy-ish, not processed. The cocktail sauce is kind of garbage because there's a lot of sugar in that, but it's better than what she's been eating.
I'm also going to be having the string cheese. I forgot to put that on there, but we have grapes, watermelon, pineapple, green olives, some shrimp with a little bit of cocktail sauce. I really like this because sometimes I'm craving salty and sometimes I'm craving sweet and sometimes I'm craving both. So this helps. I'm weird
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
about shrimp. Like I really am. The texture, not the greatest.
Did you guys see Shrimpgate back in the day? If you have the opportunity, you should watch that video. It's not that she's eating shrimp, it's that she's, shoving shrimp in her mouth while she's yelling at all of us. They call it Shrimpgate.
Yes, but I like the taste, so I eat it in small quantities. So good. I will say that cocktail shrimp, like this, the texture is the best out of any texture shrimp that I've ever had. And I really like the string cheese because it's like a twirl kind, so it does it like this, like all around instead of just like straight down.
Hey, okay.
And I've been loving fruit because I told myself I was not going to have any more like processed sweet junk.
Good.
Cookies, candy, ice creams. Yes, here and there I can have that in moderation, but
no, you can't.
It's just the guilt I feel afterwards is pretty intense. So
yeah, then don't eat it.
I have zero fruit guilt though. So good. I'm not sure if I touched on this in my weight loss video or not, but like my weigh-in video. But like the way that like Dr. Now on 600 Pound Life makes people lose weight, like 1,200 calories, you can't even have fruit.
Okay, this is what I really wanted to talk about. Sorry it's so far into the video. So she's going to talk about how my 600-pound life isn't realistic, which, yeah, no kidding. But I wonder if she's saying this because she's watching like Shaun of Steel or Big T Bariatric or maybe even me, which I'm teeny tiny, so probably not. But they've been going on and on about how my 600-pound life isn't realistic. So this is her like third attempt at weight loss surgery. So she would have learned this her first attempt and she's never brought it up before. So I find it interesting and I really do think that she's watching us. Well, the other two, maybe not me so much. Although I wish she would.
Like it's crazy. Because it's not realistic. Fruit does good things for you.
Well, it's not that Dr. Now doesn't allow fruit. This is a fun pause, by the way. But it's not that Dr. Now doesn't allow fruit. It's that I agree with her. 1,200 calories for your average 600-pound person is not realistic. Not if he doesn't give them something to help, like Ozempic, Wegovy, blah, blah, blah. They're not going to be able to go from 5,000 calories to 1,200 calories in one day. I mean, I know, like, I might not agree, or you guys might not agree, but, it's for the show. And like I said, Dr. Now didn't do that at first.
And during my bariatric weight loss surgery education class, that's what they taught. They said, we're not going to have you stop eating fruit. We want you to eat fruit. I just feel like a lot of people have like misconceptions of like how weight loss surgery like really goes versus like what they show on 600 Pound Life, because 600 Pound Life is very, very popular. And a lot of people take what happens on there and they think that's what really happens with like every single weight loss program. And that's just not realistic and not how it is. I don't know, guys. I just feel good lately. I've been sitting with discomfort. So something I've been doing is when I feel like I need to eat something.
Yeah, that's what I think about the my 600-pound life people and me too. We don't like discomfort, all right? Nobody does, but I think the obese and the morbidly obese really can't handle it.
It's like I've noticed lately, I don't think I have binge eating disorder issues. I think that I just massively like to eat, like just all the time because I'm addicted. And it's like, it's so weird for me to be like truly like becoming aware of my actual issues now.
Good.
But like when I feel myself,
awareness is the first step.
Having that sensation of like a binge, it's not a sensation to binge. It's simply a sensation to eat. And it's out of boredom. It's out of emotional sadness. And what I do now is I sit with the discomfort. I have cried because if I'm choosing to eat for any other reason other than hunger and nourishing my body, then I'm gonna have to sit with that discomfort and accept.
another thing that gets me, she's absolutely right. She needs to do this, but we've been down this path before, and she's talking like, I did it, I fixed it, I turned the switch off. No, this is a daily battle. And you can say like all these things, how you're gonna, sit with the discomfort. You will for a little bit, but it's gonna get harder, and you're not gonna do it every day. And that's why when you're trying to lose a lot of weight, you have to do it every single day for years. And that's why surgery is helpful for people who get to this point and tried everything else, because the surgery helps you control your hunger hormones. It makes you fuller quicker. It changes your relationship with food. So she's saying this right now is, she found the cure to cancer and it's all good now. She figured it out. Let's see what she says 6 months from now.
Accept it for what it is, and definitely hard, terribly hard. I've cried feeling that discomfort. And what I do is I tell Alexa, I don't want to say it because I don't want her to go off. I say, can you set the alarm for
She could just say, I tell my Echo device to set an alarm. The device is called Echo, not the A word.
an hour from now? And if I can get through that hour, if I feel in that hour once the alarm goes off, if I feel that I'm actually hungry and it's not just boredom or emotional eating or just the food addict in me, then I allow myself to eat if it's none of those things, if it's true hunger. And that is something I'm actually teaching myself, because I'm just so used to just like eating for no reason, just because I want to, because it's fun. Chewing's fun, smelling the food's fun, like just having it in front of my face is fun, ordering takeout's fun, the anticipation of it coming is fun. Like, it's so dumb. And that's the addict side of me. And it's like with this program, they're aware that majority of the people who try to get weight loss surgery are people who are addicted to food, because it's like, why else are you, super morbidly obese? And they're very well aware of like transfer addiction. They talked a bit about that. They touched on that actually. And I don't know, I just, I'm sitting with the discomfort. And I think what's really helping me is my brother. I'm thinking about him and how he is sober now and he's going on a month sober, how hard that is for him. If he can sit with the discomfort, so can I. So this meal that I'm eating, the little charcuterie board I showed you guys, I wanted it 2 hours ago. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted food, because that's just me. I want food. Certain things trigger me to
It's soothing. This whole thing about her brother and whatever. You know what, dear? Earn your money.
want food. And something triggered me to want food. And I told myself no. So I set the alarm and I set it for an hour. And when the alarm went off, I realized I wasn't hungry. I wasn't. I just wanted food. It was stupid.
Good.
So I waited till I was hungry. And that was an hour later. So it was 2 hours. Now it's been 2 hours since the urge to eat for no reason. Learning to sit with that discomfort and then knowing that it does pass, because the discomfort doesn't last long. And I have to keep telling myself that. Whew, I kind of just got the goosebumps, because it's powerful. If you can sit with that discomfort for 3 minutes, that's all it takes, and then it goes away. And if you guys know that feeling, if you struggle with what I'm struggling with and you know exactly what I'm talking about, just know that like time passes regardless. Regardless, time passes. And feeling that discomfort, it's called discomfort for a reason. It's not comfortable. It's almost painful. It's almost painful. It
Oh, I believe it. It's painful. I got it.
goes away. And every time that you look discomfort in the face and you say, bitch, I got this, I'm going to win, you get stronger. I know you do. And I just feel so much better already. Just,
Yeah. I actually said before, let's see what she's saying in 6 months. Let's see what she's saying next week.
the way that I feel, like willpower.
So, because if it were this easy, she would have done this like a decade ago. Sorry.
It's a topic. And people always ask me, why are you changing now? What makes you think now? I think of my mom. She got sober a million times over before she finally said, this is the last time I'm trying.
Well, we don't know the future. I don't want to be the negative Nelly, but you don't know what's going to happen.
And that goes for anybody that has lost weight, hundreds of pounds. It's like you try it over and over and over and over and over again. And then it's finally that one time and it just clicks and something happens.
Yeah, it annoys me when she does that, when she just stops, but let's put you back up here. So, hate when she stops abruptly. Then my browser wants to play it again. But anyways, yeah, clicks, but it's going to click and then it's going to wear off and it's going to click and it's going to wear off. But anyways, let's see what she says next week. I really do hope that she's on this path for good. I don't want to see her go bye-bye. And I'm sure even you guys who are snarky, and I'm snarky too, At the end of the day, we only want the best. We don't come here to make fun of her weight. It's just so depressing to see her just backslide, backslide, backslide. And she has all the time and resources available. Like, imagine what any of us could do with all that money and not having to punch a clock. But speaking of punching a clock, I have to go. So, thanks guys for watching and all your support. Clicking, like and subscribe. Love you. Mwah!